mess.
Quick to get it poppin'.
Best stick before you mess.
Quick to get it poppin'. Once we pop off, there ain't no stopping.
Put it to the test.
Quick to get it poppin'.
Different from the rest.
Quick to get it poppin'.
Best stick before you mess.
Quick to get it poppin'. Once we pop off, there ain't no stopping.
Fly through the hood, bass pound the ground bumping. Top chop down, you can hear the sound bumping. 20-inch rim spin, low rider stomping. Hydraulic on beat, up and down jumping. Genuine high pedigree, Roddy thorough. Thick head, spike collar snapping out the window. People cheer, love my heart, not my ego. Give it up for the king, make way for the hero. Put it to the test.
Quick to get it poppin'.
Different from the rest.
Quick to get it poppin'.
Best stick before you mess.
Quick to get it poppin'. Once we pop off, there ain't no stopping.
Bass going up.
Hey, this is Jeff of the Dirt Sailor Squad. Stick around while I fix this audio.
Yeah.
All right. Can you guys hear me? 'Cause I can't hear myself.
I can hear you.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. How's everybody doing today?
Good. Good. I got the Rodriguez on the phone too. He's he's on his way to Denver.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. He's in the car.
Cool, cool. John. Oh my gosh. All right, Zippy already got muted. Who just dropped out? Oh, John?
He disappeared.
Oh, let me try unmuting Zippy again. All right, that's better. That's better. So how'd your exam go, Josh?
I don't know. I'm still.
That's Rodriguez singing. He's on the phone.
Oh, all right. Hang the phone up. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh.
What did he say?
I don't know. What did you say?
I said there was supposed to be a speed trap up ahead, but there's not.
Oh, well, that's because you're in the apocalypse, brother. There's no cops. They're not speed trapping people. They're trying to.
Oh my God, dude! Hang up, hang up.
All right, brother. I'll call you later. I'll call you later. All right. Bye.
Okay. I am trying to get John on this show. I'm messaging him on Facebook right now. Okay. So I didn't think you were going to be able to make it today, Josh.
It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So
Good. Yeah,
it only took me about, I think, 45 minutes. So, yeah, not
Yeah.
bad at all.
Mine did too when I took them on Thursday. And
Okay.
So that's it. Well,
I'm here.
kind of. I still have to do my hours for my internship over the summer.
They're still going to let you walk in all that good jazz?
Yeah, whenever they have it. They haven't given us a date on when they're going to do it yet. So.
Now, does your school work like mine, Josh?
Like
that there is a summer graduation, but you could participate in the May ceremony anyway?
No, they only have a December and a spring.
Hey, John, I can hear you just fine. I don't know if you're having audio issues.
Yeah, got it.
So yeah, they
Yep, there it is.
they only do it twice a year because they have like it's like a big performance. They have like the choirs singing and the band performs and all that stuff. So
that's what we kind of do. There's 4 graduations per year, technically January, May, August, and December, but there's only 2 ceremonies, one in May and one in December.
Gotcha.
So if you're in an off semester, you can participate in whichever one you want.
Yeah, so I think they're going to do a separate one for us. That's what kind of everybody's, I think, wants is a separate one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, we'll just see whenever they get around to doing it.
We're putting everybody together in December with ours, so there's a lot of people that are mad about that they're not getting a special ceremony, that it's getting thrown into one that's already. But I'm like, nobody knows what's going on now, so we have to wait.
I don't think they can do that. I think there'd be too many people.
Just make it more days. That's all they'll do.
Yeah, I don't know. It would suck. It sucks in general.
Yeah.
4 years and then we get, nothing.
Carry on. You're good.
See you later.
Yeah.
Pat on the back.
Yes. Not even that, because I can't see anybody.
Oh, true. Yeah. Air
Is
high five.
Yes.
Anybody know where Christian is?
No, I have
No,
not
I
heard
haven't
from.
heard from him in like forever. To be honest,
Go
just
ahead.
knowing him, he's probably passed out already.
No, he's just starting.
I talked to him about 2 hours ago.
Oh, did you?
and yeah, he called me and just over something. And I thought he was going to be on just fine.
I just sent him a text. We'll see.
Yeah, he probably
Maybe.
forgot. He doesn't have a work schedule or of any kind. So
Right.
Same. Right now.
So let's get the corniness out of the way.
All right.
Hey. We have to sing it. It's a positive show, so I'll start. Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to
So harmonious.
you.
Happy
birthday, dear
Zippy.
Happy
Happy
birthday
to you.
Hey, thank you.
You fuck.
Thank you.
Sung in the key of Cats and Heat.
I forgot to get
Speaking
my
of cats
coffee.
and heat,
Hey, yeah, I actually have coffee today with my Run the Jewels coffee mug.
Okay, John, my question is to you. 1 second. Sorry, Zip, I had to mute you for a second. My question is to you. How green was your green room? Because I saw you rip the biggest bong hit about 10 minutes. But God damn, how much lung capacity do you have? You heaved that thing. You heaved it.
I didn't realize you could see that. Whoops.
Oh, completely.
My bad.
Completely. Oh, no. Hey, you do you, man. You do you. Uh-oh, someone's coming in. It should be Christian. That's a stream. And there we go.
Hey.
Okay. Christian, you missed it. We just sang happy birthday to Zip. Hey, Christian, can you turn your phone the other way? We'll get a better angle.
Tate.
You there, buddy? Okay. I'm just getting a blank stare.
Hey, there
There you go. There you go.
Ah,
There
cool.
you go. There you go.
Oh, happy birthday, Zippy.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, damn it. I muted his ass.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, I forgot about you.
Speaking privileges are now back in action. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys are here today, man. I've been so bummed today. I don't know. Being stuck in the house, it just does crazy shit. And yeah, I have to keep on muting Zippy. Yeah, I had to. I think my kids might be getting PTSD from all this. You know, we moved here from.
Yeah, that's the next step.
We moved here from Florida in December, and since we've moved, they're now on their 4th or 5th child care center. Yeah, we got in one initially, and it wasn't a good fit, and then it's just one after another. They keep closing down. They're now in their 5th one, and it's and so they were in. My son transitioned too, just because of his age in Florida. This school year, he went from one to the other when we were down there. So he's already been through 2, and up here he's on his 5th, I think. The kid's 4 years old, and 7 child care centers within, I don't know, just a few months, 6 months, man. And they're getting him out the door in the morning is just, I'm not the one who typically does it, but now I'm doing it. And I hate putting my kids in school when they're in tears, man. It's so depressing. It's so depressing. But definitely.
Well, how old are your kids?
You know what,
4 and 7.
They're pretty resilient, man. They
4 and
bounce
7?
back pretty quick from all that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. To be honest, they probably aren't even going to remember most of this stuff. So
that is true, but God, I'm Zippy. I give you 100% apology on this. The noise in the background, I hope you can at least hear it all. So we have this is the part of the show where I'm just going to be an asshole because some housekeeping needs to be addressed, and we all have things going on. So first things first is audio. I've gone back and I listened to all the shows, and you can separate the video from the audio, and just listening to the audio, just what is going on is terrible, and it's why I'm muting Zippy right now, and I don't mean to. But anyone that's trying to listen back, it is a lot of it's a mess. Now, coffee breaks are all pretty chill. Most of the shows are solid, minimal interruptions. They're good, but when we do the happy hour, we're all nuts. We are all insane. All of us. We attack the freaking microphones like we're wolves, and we just constantly interrupting each other, and it's like talking over each other. It's just like listening back to it. It's kind of rough in some spots. Like it really.
I mean, do you want me to change up coffee break? Because I mean, I'll get on the speedo and I'll dance around.
Okay, we'll get to that. So, Josh, I'm gonna talk about a conversation that you and I had, and after Saturday's show, Sunday, I wasn't feeling the best about how we did it, and I called Josh. I want to know what he thought, and Josh told me he doesn't know how many more shows he has in him, and a lot of it had to do. Some of what I did contributed to that, and it was. How do I put it? It was.
Took it a little too far.
I took it a little too far. To me, I thought raping goats was a funny topic, and I mean there were some money jokes in there. There definitely was, and Josh is about to take an oath to the ministry, and we don't want to do anything necessarily to. Get in the way of that or cause some problems down the line. So yeah, I think it's cool that we joke around. I think I just, in that way with Josh, I took it a little too far. So I'm still probably going to tell a rape joke here and there, Josh, but I'll try to limit. I'll try to limit it. I'll try to limit it.
Don't go full Jesselnick with it.
You know how I am.
I do. I do.
When you take it to that like super extreme of like paying the guys to rape a goat on Zoom, kind of,
That's unacceptable anyway.
You just took it like it was fine here, and then you went here, and it was just a little, a little bit too much.
Okay.
So,
serious though. Tom had the best joke of last show, and I wish.
Yeah, I know. Raping goats should stay out of this podcast.
No, but Tom's line in it was, well, nobody said the goat was pregnant. Like, I didn't even hear it the first time. I heard it on the playback. I'm like, that was so funny.
Yeah, because then I responded, well, you can't get her more pregnant.
Yeah.
There was a series of misfortunate events there.
Sorry.
Okay, so the second thing I want to talk about in housekeeping has to do with audio again, and it's headsets, man. We all got to wear them. I can hear I can hear my echo going through your phone, and it even picks up more. Like, it's not Zoom, it's live, and the audio is just completely different. So you're cool right now, but all the other shows you gotta have earbuds, headsets, something on.
Okay, Jeffrey. Hold on. Let me see if I can find fucking plug-in ear fucking phones.
I'm not the bad guy here, man. Like, it's I can't trick the audio into making your shit sound good.
Do I need to wear a fucking mask and talk to you guys too?
So the third thing has to do with happy hour.
How about my glasses so I can see you guys better?
Just mute him.
Oh, dude, muting. Yeah, I forgot part of what I was gonna. Yeah. So this is how it's going to go.
Also, this is serious. You said so twice.
Yeah. Well, I want to say it without like calling anyone out, but I don't think that that's possible. So I'm gonna have to call you out. Zippy and Christian, you guys come on the show and you guys are loaded. Like, it's cool. Like, you guys show up drunk. It's fine. It's happy hour. You got like fine, have fun. But you guys come on the show and you're just you're coming too hard and you're not giving room for everyone else to talk. And Christian, your antics are getting just a little bit out of hand, brother. Pulling your pants down and pissing, it can't happen, dude. Are you still there? Did you leave? I'm gonna wait for him to get back. But does everybody
might be pissing.
Yeah.
No, I get what you're saying.
Nah, I'm trying to find fucking earphones.
Okay. All right. So while he's trying to find earphones,
he's like in his mid-40s too, isn't he?
Yeah, and he needs a stern talking to. I'll wait for him to get back.
Get him, Dad. Get him, Dad.
No. See, now it's going on
Yeah,
too long.
I know.
I didn't
fucking lectured.
I didn't expect to like have a long.
Do you want
here.
followers or not?
I do. Yeah, totally. I do, Christian. And you're actually the reason why we're probably not getting some. Sorry, but it's true.
Yeah, I know, but you're putting like you're like reprimanding me.
No, we're just asking you to chill out a little bit.
Okay, Christian, I'm reprimanding you because you're trying to pull your pants down on camera. Yeah, dude, we're trying to have a show here. Well, how good of a show do you want, Christian? No, this is a serious question. How good of a show do you want?
Did they come down? Did they come down?
No, they didn't come down, but it's not really funny.
I want the best show in the world.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Hold on.
Here. Okay, I will hold on.
I got to untangle.
You're a freaking hot mess.
Well, I mean, having sex with goats is, funny to a certain person, but I mean, I understand where Josh is. That's kind of offensive. Right?
Yeah, but we moved past that one, bud.
I got you.
Yeah. Christian, you have to understand, I might be the one talking right now, but I'm not the only one saying this. Your antics are getting a little harsh when you're freaking a 12-pack in and you're just starting. It's sorry to call you out, brother. I'm sorry to call you out. I didn't want to talk to you. I didn't want to call you outside of the show because outside of the show there's no issue, but on the show I'm just trying to, I'm trying to finesse something. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to make the show a little cleaner, trying to make it run a little tighter. And I'm saying, like, you be funny. You're a funny fucker.
So now you're talking about the difference between doing edibles.
What? What are you talking about?
Dude,
nobody's talking about edibles.
You're missing the point. We're asking you to chill out and not act like a freaking maniac every time we do this on Friday night.
Saturday.
That's all that's being asked. Like the screaming, the nipple, you going in the bathroom and pissing. Like, we want people to watch this.
Okay, I got
see that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's all. Just turn it from 10 to like 8 or 7 or 8. Got it?
So here's the rule. I can pull this card, or anyone else, if they say they want to pull this card, they can too. But here's the rule: is we're gonna have hockey rules. In hockey, you mess up, you go to the penalty box. Penalty box. Sorry, John. I'm gonna put you in the penalty box.
Well, I tried plugging an earphone.
So John is in the penalty box, and we'll have this running for 10 minutes. So if you're in the penalty box, you're in it for 10 minutes, then I let you back in. And that goes for everybody. And if you continue the whatevers, then you're off the show for the day. But we got to run the show, and we got to make it sound good, and we got to make it a I don't know. We're all showing up twice a week to do this. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, and
I don't know. You're breaking up.
You're such a dick.
Got it. Well, so I said what needed to be said. Like there's definitely no scolding, and I don't want to pull the dad card, and that's not what I was trying to do. I'm just trying to tighten things up a little bit. That's it. And I hope that like even you, Christian, can be on that same page.
Yes. Hey, since we
I really didn't hear what you said. I heard hockey box. I heard Christian and Zippy drinking because the audio's cutting out.
Okay.
So if you act a fool, you get put in timeout for 10
penalty.
minutes. If you do
It's a penalty box.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try this shit again.
Hey, just on some good news on another note.
Yeah.
Right before we did this podcast, I spoke to my brother finally.
Oh yeah.
And he offered to do an intro for us involving the dirt sailors. And we just have to give him some ideas, and he can customize something for us, like a 30-second intro and excerpt if you want to. So then we won't get any trouble for the copyright stuff.
I've been writing some music here lately too. So
yeah. He said just give him some ideas and some things to do, and he can come up with something and send it and see what you think.
Well,
he said
why
he
don't
could do.
Okay.
He said he could do like a hip hop one, or he could do a hip hop and rock if you want, because he's doing like fusion stuff, and he could send it to you and you can check it out. Or we all can check it out.
Why don't you just take it and run with it? I'll leave it up to you. Yeah, I'll leave it up to you.
All right.
Hey, tell him I said thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to have him on the podcast sometime.
I did. He said yes. He was just running back to work before, so. But yeah.
Okay.
So he agreed. So I knew he'd call me today, so I got him on the phone.
So I hear an echo. Echo. So something happened a couple days. Yeah, it might have been yesterday. So I am on a couple different podcasting Facebook groups and sites. I'm just trying to learn as much as I can because I'm kind of learning on the fly how to put this thing together. And I met this dude, and I'm not sure what it is that he asked me to co-host his podcast with him, and he's probably watching right now, and I think I'm going to bring him on. But I just want to talk to you guys about it first. It sounds like he might be involved in some kind of production company. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, Tom, what's up, man?
Hey, there he is.
Yeah. So I don't exactly know what it is that he's doing, but he wants to start his own podcast. It seems like he might have some kind of following of some sort. And he seems to be into comedy. And so he asked me to be on his show. And I was like, I might do a guest spot, but I do 2 shows a week and I'm kind of booked. But I don't know if he wants to get ideas. I don't know if he just wants to come on and hang out for a day. But I have a guy that wants to come on and just shoot the breeze with us. And before I let him on, I wanted to ask you guys what your thoughts on it, if you'd be okay. I really don't know much about him other than he's into podcasting. And he also said he might be able to promote our show on his network. And I'm not sure what he meant by that. Yeah. And
there's podcasting networks where they like share commercials of each other and self-promotion, cross-promotion, stuff like that. I was part of one here in Evansville. So
okay. Nice. So I can send him the link and bring him on if you guys are cool with it, and let's see what's going on with him. But I put it to
put him in the penalty box.
Yeah, if he sucks, he's going in the penalty box. All right,
absolutely. Sounds like a great idea. Yeah.
So I'm gonna send him a message right now, and hopefully we'll hear what he has to say. So, okay, he might be watching right now. So, Mark.
Do you have red cards and yellow cards?
the mustard and the ketchup.
Mustard in the ketchup.
Over the line.
Tom,
Zero.
Tom, I gave you props before you showed up, man. I said you had the best joke of this show last time. I didn't hear it until I watched it on replay, but your line was, nobody said the goat was pregnant, or I wouldn't have done it if I know the goat was pregnant. I didn't even hear it. Dude, I laughed so hard when I heard that again. Absolutely over the line.
Some things are just wrong, you know.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I just sent him a message. And how do you guys feel about a top 10 list?
Sounds good.
Top 10 list?
Sure.
All right. You're right. All right. So, top 10 list. The top 10. God, where's that echo coming from? I'll roll with it. The top 10 funny coronavirus lockdown activities around the world. You guys have any activities you're doing?
Drinking.
Is that it?
I've been playing guitar and recording all morning. So
you've been, what's that, John?
I've been playing guitar and just recording. Been working on a song the last 2 days, so having fun with that.
Make that money, brother. Absolutely.
Oh, I don't know if I'll make any money off of it, but it's just fun to do.
Hell yeah. Top 10, number 10 on the list is balcony bingo. Residents in a housing estate in Dublin recently vied for prize on Easter eggs and toilet paper at balcony bingo. And yeah, so they had a PA system. Everyone got on their balconies and just did bingo.
Nice.
Yeah, fun. Who's
not a bad thing.
Who is this? Add to stream.
Hey, Christian's back.
Okay.
Christian's back.
All right, so we got a full house now.
Hey, I was trying to find some kind of like headwear because Jeff said you need to put in earbuds and all this fancy shit. So,
well, dude, I
earbuds will work.
I told you, like,
what?
This isn't a new thing. This isn't a new thing. I told you like 4 days ago, so you would have time to prep, brother.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, listen, I have to give thanks to.
I got a pair. I'll send them to you.
Hey, there you go.
Ooh,
yeah, buddy.
There you go.
Here,
Look at that. That's called a score.
I think I have another set. Yeah, I do.
Nice.
There you go. That's a friend. That's a friend.
I'll send you one.
Just throw it. Just throw it at him. Just throw it. He'll catch it. Just throw it.
Right in the backyard.
I'll bring it down to you.
Hey, listen, I got some
fuckers. I have fucking, and it doesn't want to fucking.
Dude, no joke. I got these at like CVS for $8.
Mm-hmm.
And they were
I've got Bluetooth headsets laying all over the place. I don't
Yeah.
even remember where I got half of them. Yeah, exactly.
I had a
you're
nice
unemployed.
benefactor for mine.
Nice.
I like to thank Jeff for my graduation present. So he hooked it up.
Yeah. So number 9. Number 9, and the title of this is number 9. Top 10 coronavirus lockdown activities. So number 9 on the list is rooftop aerobics. A Spanish fitness instructor went to new heights to raise both morale and fitness levels of his neighbors in isolation. Trainer Gonzalo used lockdown as a great opportunity to promote health and fitness during 2 weeks indoors. So yeah, they just rooftop aerobics. So getting around the strict lockdown measures in Spain, the trainer took to courtyard rooftop with a PA system, encouraging the surrounding residents to move the upbeat music. So he just got on his rooftop with a PA and blasted it, and all the neighbors on the balconies worked out. So that's kind of a cool thing to do. This is actually a really lame top 10 list, but we'll get through it.
Did you?
No, I missed the very beginning of this, but you know, the top 10 list is great. But do you have any more animal rape stories?
He missed the whole disclosure.
Oh, wait. I'll tell you what, Tom. You'll get put in timeout, hockey timeout. When you talk about raping animals.
I spent a lot of, I mean, I know we all have a lot of free time, but I spent a lot of time the last few days probably about 18 hours gathering animal rape stories and thinking of talking points.
You're probably on a list now.
Should we do it? Should we do it? No, sorry, Tom, we're not going to do it.
No, you missed the disclosure in the beginning that we can't carry on with animal rape stories.
We have a man.
Yeah.
Tom.
I don't know about you, but I don't want to live in a world without that.
No, I'm kidding. I heard
God.
that bit when I was setting up.
I don't know. Is that a penalty? Does he get put in the box for like 45 minutes?
No.
I think we should be able to talk about it, but don't. I mean, we're against it, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, of course.
Okay, good.
I don't know. Josh,
We're all definitely against it. We're
Josh,
taking
I
the
thought you
hardline
left
stance.
I thought you left us, Josh. I thought we crossed that line.
There's a line in the sand.
So,
sorry, my kid came in my office.
it's okay. Number 8 on the list, barking mad. Lockdown and isolation is sending many people barking mad. A 30-minute walk with the dog once a day provides much-needed breath of fresh air. So, Christian, you got 2 dogs. Do you walk them all the time? You walking them more now?
Holy shit. I wish I had a house that I could let him out in the backyard. I'll probably wind up having a fucking heart attack walking him so much.
Wait,
You're
are
the one
you
that
going to
moved
work
into
for
a
the post
condo.
office?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I wanted.
Well, unfortunately, we moved to
yes, you're gonna.
we moved to an apartment to set up to buy a home. In the beginning of all this stuff, we landed here the end of January, and then guess what?
Oh,
everything broke loose.
Yep.
Yeah. Think about how many people signed 30-year mortgages and then lost both of their jobs.
At least we paid off all
did
our
the same
debt
thing.
with the sale of our house.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
That's greatly good.
So yeah,
Hey,
pretty much
just
what
a
my
thing to
life
go back-
consists of. I'm about 20 hours in this.
In your house? Wait, 20 hours what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, Zippy.
I don't know. I didn't catch the end.
I've spent 20 hours here with sleeping.
Oh, okay.
So believe me, I hope this job goes through because I will tell you what, it's bullshit. They finally opened up the beaches, but there's stipulations on
Like
the
what?
beaches,
Oh, yeah. You guys went
which
crazy
is
in
ridiculous.
What kind of stipulations?
Well, no. It's nothing of that. You know what? They open up the beaches, but they don't open up the parking lots. So these are our wonderful politicians that are in charge of governing us. Well, there's no different of, we'll say, opening Siesta Key Beach, and you pull into the parking lot next to somebody unloading their car to go to the beach. There is no different from going to Publix parking lot or the grocery store. You're still 6-8 feet away from the people.
Now, question on that.
So now what are you going to park down all the side roads and all this? Because people are going to flock.
Yes.
And people are done with being home. And I've been one of those religious persons of sheltering in place. But it gets to the point where cabin fever is done.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
It weeds out all the people who don't want to walk the extra 2 blocks to the beach.
Yeah.
You guys still there?
But technically,
that is a chunk of the population. They're like, oh, if I can't park in the lot, then screw that.
But I think, if I'm not mistaken, that the beaches are only supposed to be open for physical activity. Like, you're not supposed to sit on the beach for the time you're like walking the dog. You know what I mean? It's not, or swimming or something.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't
Well,
think.
the thing
you're
is
supposed to
how
park your ass
can
on the
you?
beach.
Okay, so
I think that's what they said. I
Okay.
read something about that.
I think it's a different.
So
I've been
let
going
me
out and riding.
interject here because they opened up the beaches for walking, running, swimming, but you cannot bring.
Can you lay out?
No, fuck this.
This is ridiculous. Tell them why you're mad, son. Tell them why you're mad.
What's going on today, Christian?
I don't know. He's frustrated.
I guess he's been cooped up in his house for a month. I mean, the man moved all the way from Arizona to go to his like dream destination, and then they lock his ass up as soon as he gets there. Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
that'd be frustrating.
Yeah.
well, the thing is, they want to open up the beaches. So I'm.
What's going on?
Are we?
Sure.
I think we're losing him.
Well, you know what? There's no difference.
They made a movie about this.
The audio keeps on cutting in and out right now, so
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on. But I will tell you what, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but there's no difference. So we're going to open up the beaches, but we're going to close the parks. So what are you going to park down the side streets in all day? There's no difference.
Get a camel pack.
And going to the grocery store.
Ooh, somebody's vibrator went off.
What the hell is this shit now?
Okay, sorry.
I giving him
phone call.
Christian, if you can hear me, I took you out of the stream for a second. You're really choppy up. So I'm gonna try to bring you back, and hopefully you get a better connection. So I'm gonna bring you back. All right, Christian. How's the connection now? Is it any better?
Yeah, I can hear fine.
Okay.
Oh, there's
no, I was on Christian's
I can
part. I was just doing it to Christian. I took him out and took him back in.
I forgot the coronavirus.
Now, if you can hear me, my phone is like frozen and stuff, so I don't know what the hell's going on.
Do you want to?
You said you got 5 on it. That's what I thought.
Hey, Christian, what?
Because you need an iPhone.
on it.
What
Ooh,
about
some harmony there? Some nice.
Yeah.
Baby, let's go have on the side. I got five.
Okay, let me run through the top 10 list just so we can get it out of the way. All right, so number 7 is Tool House Balcony Run, and we talked about it on a couple of shows ago. The people are running marathons in their yard now. One guy just did it on his balcony, which is 3 meters, and it took him 6.5 hours, and he ran a marathon on his freaking balcony. 6.5 hours. Yeah, nuts. What I want to know is who counted that shit, or do you think he had he must have had a step.
Pedometer.
Yeah, pedometer. Yeah. But that's pretty nuts.
Just to go back on where you said the bingo thing, has anybody ever watched videos on what they do in New York where people were singing and they'd be like, and you see how these beautiful videos are of people singing and then the whole neighborhood starts with music. But if you see New York, it was funny because the guy was like, "Do you believe?" And everyone's like, "Shut the fuck up."
Do a front flip.
That was I couldn't fit it in the lectures before, but I thought it was awesome. That's neighbors being neighbors.
All right, what's number 6 there, Jeff?
So number 6 on the list is T-Rex extreme measures. Spanish police were astounded to find a dinosaur on the loose, flouting strict isolation rules under the lockdown. Many residents take advantage of the opportunity to take Rex for a brief walk, but it seems T-Rex doesn't cut it with local authorities. So some guy in Spain is walking around in an inflatable Tyrannosaurus Rex outfit, and you're not allowed to walk around there. It's strict laws. So he was definitely arrested for walking around in his inflatable. And Zippy, awesome. Number 5 is the one you were just talking about, balcony concerts. So I haven't seen New York. I've seen it all throughout Europe. Well, not all throughout. I have seen different cities in Europe doing it. And what I think is even cooler than that is what Denver does. I don't know if you've seen any videos on Denver at night. Those crazy fuckers howl at the moon, and you see like there's just footage of
that.
Yeah, Denver. It's just savage. They're just howling and howling, and the whole city just comes alive with howling at the moon. It's gnarly.
That's the elevation. Yeah, that's where Joe is actually right now on a trail. Is in Denver. That's what he called me on the way in. But yeah, howl at the moon. Why not? Fuck it.
Saw a dude in Italy playing Slayer's "Raining Blood" from his balcony. It was pretty sweet.
Yes.
Number 4 on the list is.
Wait! Before we move on, anyone want to do a group howl?
Sure.
Ow!
Oh, Christian's back. Hey, this is your segment, Christian.
You can howl.
Howl.
We're howling.
Oh!
There you go. The old dirt dog.
That felt good.
ODB.
Dirt McGirt, the big baby Jesus.
Old dirty Chinese restaurant.
Did you guys see Wu-Tang had some new music out?
That's what it is. It's called Dirt Sellers, huh?
I've been having a Wu-Tang week, but it's the old stuff.
Cream, cash rules everything around.
ODB.
Get the money. Dollar bills, y'all.
That's right.
Number 4, Disney at home. So parents are turning their house into Disney World, Disneyland, and having Disney themed parties since they can't go on vacations. Number 3 in Madrid, balcony tennis. And how they don't lose more balls, I don't know. Maybe they do, but there's footage of people just from one balcony to the next, just whacking their balls back and forth. It's pretty cool. Hey, Zippy, please yell into the mic again. That sounds great. Televised cruise. This is something we should do. Now, these idiots just stare at water, and they're drinking, staring at a TV, looking at water, and that's their vacation cruise. Yes, they have to be tripping. And number 1 on the list is virtual zoos. So it's pretty self-explanatory. So zoos are now opening up and following on a cam. I promise my next 10 list will be more interesting than this. I just pulled this one and so my last one was better, but so we got through our top 10 list.
Maybe something involving zoos.
The goings on to the big cat.
Are we going to go back to raping goats?
Petting zoos?
No boy.
Who wants to pet my llama?
Oh shit!
Dress it up.
Josh is all about the heavy petting zoo.
Petting the llama.
They're so fluffy.
Careful, they spit.
Skate, motherfuckers.
Oh shit!
Oh, you're a mess. Y'all
man.
To the windows and the walls.
So when we did Mount Rushmore last time, I have to swap one of mine out. I do. So my Mount Rushmore of gangster films, I had Godfather 2.
Sorry.
It's all right, man. I'll just mute you. He muted himself. I had Godfather 2, Carlito's Way. What else did I have? Donnie Brasco. Oh, and
about it.
Yeah. Well, gosh, I already forgot the name of the movie.
I can't remember what.
City of God. City of God. So, City of God, great film, but I have to take it off the list because I've seen it a few times, and although I think it's definitely, I don't know, that Godfather 2 is a better movie, but it's still one of the best gangster films ever made. But if I had it on a shelf next to another one, I'm gonna go for the other one. And my other one is that I didn't mention was Heat. Oh, I love that movie.
Fuck yeah!
I'm surprised nobody
Yeah,
watched that.
I love that
Excellent.
movie. Yes,
I watched that again a while ago, and I was just like, "Oh, this is so good."
Yes,
So
it is.
good.
It is. So
It's like
good.
another one that we didn't mention that I should have last time. I don't know if anybody's seen it. In Bruges with
Oh
Colin
yeah,
Farrell.
Yeah, Colin Farrell.
yes, that's really
Yes,
cool.
Colin Farrell, not Colin Firth.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes, so good.
I wanted to-
Such a great movie.
I
Yeah,
forget-
yeah, it's a good
I
movie.
forget who said it, but someone did say Miller's Crossing, and I was just
Yeah, I
like,
did.
"Oh, that's yeah,
love that movie.
that's like one of the great overlooked, like awesome gangster movies."
Mm-hmm.
But I want to throw in maybe Bad Lieutenant. I've seen that one with
Yeah,
Harvey
I haven't seen
Keitel.
either.
Yeah, Tom, you and I watched that together.
Nice.
Yeah, that's-
I also liked what was it? Gangster movie. I'm trying to think the one with Denzel Washington where he was the kingpin in New York for a long
Oh,
time.
American
That was-
Gangster?
American Gangster? Yeah, it was all right.
that was- but it was actually based on a true story, dude. That dude made hundreds
Yeah.
of millions of dollars in the 1980s and
oh, yeah.
and did it by smuggling heroin in coffins. Like that's master plan.
Mhm.
That just happened to work out for him, and he was cheaper than everybody else, and they were all pissed off that he was making money and they weren't.
Okay. So this guy responded to me back. So do I join now? Like is something going? Yeah. Okay. Yes.
But if he does, Larson won't be able to get back in, right?
He's still here though, isn't he?
No.
Christian? No, he's off.
No, he's having internet issues because you have to buy the better internet package during this time. I did anyway.
Well, I
No.
wish Christian's got a great computer. I don't know why he doesn't just use his computer.
The internet
doesn't make
sucks
sense.
down here
Because he
needs to be-
smokes.
Yeah, he wants to be mobile.
Yeah, that's why
I would
I
just-
use the laptop.
Move your computer outside. Dude, I put a lazy boy in my backyard.
Yeah, you
Had a tent up, and I was doing
There-
classwork and papers sitting in my lazy boy outside.
Nice.
There's no rules anymore.
but that's
Yeah,
Florida
you
weather,
are.
man. You guys got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was awesome. Like the past, like I don't know, the first 2 weeks of the whole like quarantine thing, the weather was perfect. No humidity, no rain. It was like in the low 80s. It was perfect outside.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
That's awesome.
where's? I was curious. Where's everybody located?
I'm in Florida.
Who we do-
Pennsylvania.
Florida, Pennsylvania,
Ohio.
I'm in Indiana,
Indiana. All right, I'm Iowa.
unfortunately.
It's like 50
Oh,
degrees
okay.
outside. It's like 50 degrees outside here, but I'm a Viking, so I don't. I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
think
nice. I like
it
the
might
cold.
be in the back up in the.
I'm in
70s
shorts and a
again today
t-shirt.
here.
Anyone in the mood for another Mount Rushmore?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
So doing softball Mount Rushmores right now, easy ones. As we go on, we'll make them a little bit harder. But so we did gangster films the other day. Today we'll do superhero films.
Mm.
Your Mount Rushmore of and I'll kick it off. Mount Rushmore of superhero films. Captain America: Civil War, and these are just top four. Not one's not better than the other. Captain America: Civil War is probably my favorite Marvel movie. I will go with. Well, that's not true. It's not my favorite. My kids watch it all the time, and I love it. Is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, it was
Oh, dude, that is
Yeah.
such a good
Yes.
movie. I've seen that more times than my kids have.
Yeah, yeah.
I have not even
really-
gotten through it
Yeah.
one time yet.
Oh, really? I
I've
enjoy.
tried-
I've only watched
yeah.
it once, but I really.
Oh, I
enjoyed
think
it.
it's such a cool idea, and like the
Mhm.
way the movie was made. I think it's really good.
Mhm.
I just
Yeah,
don't have
I
time yet,
thought-
but I've caught it intermittently.
I thought I couldn't even come up with a negative criticism of that movie. I liked
really
I liked
good.
everything about it. Like,
Yeah.
loved it.
And actually, two of them will be kids' movies for me. My second one is I've watched it so many times. I love it. Is Big Hero 6.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Saw it in theaters with
yeah,
her
yeah.
nephew.
That's a good one. I've
Yeah.
watched that a million times. That's good.
So I have. Oh, so that's three now, and I have to put a Batman movie in there. I honestly like The Dark Knight Rises better than The Dark Knight.
They're both really good. The Dark Knight Rises is based off of my favorite Batman comic.
Yeah,
So
Is
I
that the
dig
one with
about
Scarecrow?
Bane. No, it's the one with Bane.
Bane.
That was the first one in that trilogy. Was the Scarecrow one?
Yeah. The problem I have with the Dark Knight was Heath Ledger's role. I just thought was too small in it. I thought the movie should have been R. It could have been R.
Yeah,
It would have been a better movie if it had been R. And Heath Ledger is in the opening sequence of the movie for about 5 minutes, and then he let's see who's.
But that was the key to that part, is that nobody knew who they were, and each person was eliminating each person as they went through.
Oh,
That's what made that scene good.
I'm not hating on that at all. I'm saying that he was in the first few minutes, and then he didn't come back for almost half an hour, 40 minutes. He just wasn't in the movie. I thought he just could have been in more. And it looks like Marcus is trying to join us right now. I don't know if he's having. I don't know if he
knows internet.
Yeah. So let me pass that baton. Oh, so yeah, Dark Knight Rises was my favorite. I had to put a Batman movie in there. So who wants to take it next?
I'll take it.
I'll go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, Fish. If you have yours, I don't. I have.
I actually wrote mine down. So
nice.
I gotta start out like with kind of started the whole superhero craze. It's the first Iron Man. I think that movie's perfect.
Blade.
Blade. That's on mine. That's on mine.
That's on my list. They started.
Oh shit! I forgot about the Crow. God damn it!
Oh yeah.
So I don't know.
Right.
I'll take a kid one out and swap it with the Crow. But Josh, go ahead.
All right. So I got Iron Man, Deadpool, which I thought was so good. Kick-Ass. Both Kick-Asses.
I haven't seen the second one.
Yeah.
I did like the first one a lot.
It's not as good as the first one, but it's still like they're just good movies. And then for the DC, I'd have to go with Aquaman. I thought that was another really good.
That was one.
I haven't seen Aquaman yet.
It's really
Wonder
good.
Woman wasn't too bad either.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Wonder Woman was a good DC.
We don't talk
DC
about
needs to
Suicide
bring it up.
Squad.
Oh, did you watch Birds of Prey?
No, I haven't watched that.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
It's
bad.
awful.
Okay,
It's
I kind of
so bad.
figured.
Really?
I wasn't dying
it has
to go
like
see it.
it's just this hot mess of like I don't know. It just isn't well
That's
done.
how I felt about Suicide Squad, man. It was just
Yeah,
like
it was just really
smashed
shamelessly
together.
trying to rip off Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, not even trying to hide the fact.
Yeah. No, DC's pulling emergency cards, and they want Marvel
Which
money,
sucks,
but they
'cause
just can't put it together.
I like DC
They're good
comics a lot
characters.
better than I
Yeah.
like Marvel.
Shazam was good too.
Shazam.
I haven't seen it yet, but I heard Shazam was really good.
Yeah, it was like a fun, like it's good for the kids kind of movie.
Yeah.
DC can make awesome Batman movies. They need to just make awesome everything else movies too. You know, like the Batman movies are usually. I mean, some of them aren't great, but
right, like Batman Forever.
Yeah,
I got to be in. I got to be in a screening audience. Jeff, were you there? I don't know.
Oh,
I know
Buddy
and
there.
Cheryl were there, but like,
I was there.
the screening audience for was that Batman Forever?
Batman
with,
and no, it was
Arnold
Batman
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Batman and Robin.
Yeah, Batman and
It was
Robin.
terrible. Yeah, we had to review it. It was we gave it. Yeah, we had to.
We sat there for like half an hour writing like essays about how much we hated that movie.
Good.
Like this is our feedback. Don't release this piece of garbage.
Yeah.
But
and they hadn't even finished like the big fight scene yet. So like we missed it was
really
the movie except
choppy.
it wasn't edited well and it was missing the coolest fight scene in the whole thing.
I did go back and rewatch that a couple years later, and it didn't get any better. It was still a horrible movie.
I was gonna say I've seen the finished product and I hated it.
Yeah, I think the finished product was actually worse than the version we saw.
Yeah.
It was missing a bunch of parts.
No, but
that's funny.
I would expect they're going to do another Aquaman and Wonder Woman. I know that they postponed.
Well, they're already.
Wonder
Woman's pretty much done. I think
done,
yeah.
but I think they postponed it because of this, the theaters.
Right.
They don't want to stand.
Video she made.
God, that is just the worst.
What did she do?
Oh, you didn't see that? Where they
all
like
the celebrities
all the people
singing
got together
Imagine.
and sang Imagine.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
These people like their families are dying and they're like, imagine if there's no heaven.
Yeah, my nephews were talking about that.
Go away.
Yeah, you got to not do things like that when you're promoting a movie worth $1 billion. So,
I think more and more celebrities are going to get like you can't tweet type of contracts. You know, like for the year after this movie is released, you need to keep your mouth shut about everything. Like
So
you're,
think about
you're
it.
just Iron Man. That's who you are. You're Iron Man and nobody else.
If I'm in a small house right here doing this, they're in a mega mansion with a big ass bar, and they have nothing else to do but just to post to people, and they don't have to worry about money in there, but it'll affect the next sales.
Yeah, they're getting a foot rub off camera while they're singing that.
Mm. Listen, I wish I could call a Mamacita up and be like, "Hey, I need a massage here." I got a big house. They could be spread out. I'll just go to stations throughout the day.
Good stuff.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
Oh wait, Mount
Just got a
Rushmore. Who's
message.
next?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go for it, Zip.
All right. Like I said, Blade. I like Blade.
Great movie.
The stories
Watched the shit out
as
of
they
that.
went on. Yeah, that's another thing. I can't turn the channel
I
once
had
it's
that
on.
on VHS. I had that on VHS, man.
Yeah, Iron Man was a good one. It started it off, and it changed Robert Downey Jr. because he was going
Yeah, it
down
really did.
before. And I actually read a story about that where him and John Favreau were, when they did Iron Man, they had a low budget, of course, and they didn't think it would do what it did. And him and John Favreau were invited to a party to get their gift for how good Iron Man 1 did. And they went to this big place. It was all by itself, and there was all the people who had something to do with it. They handed them the keys to like these Maserati or Mercedes things and said, "Excellent job, guys. Now you can go," because they weren't allowed to stay because they weren't big at the time.
That's
But he was
funny.
like, he's like, they handed us 2 keys to these beautiful fucking foreign cars, and then after that they were like, "Yeah, you have to go now," and you know what I mean, secret society shit or whatever the hell was going on. But
Eyes
he's
wide
like,
shut party.
everybody here, yeah, exactly. And they were like, "Yeah, you're just the beginning. We're presenting you something, and then you have to go." Like he's like, they told us that as soon as we entered. And I mean, look at John Favreau now too. Like he's
Entertainment.
become the director of directors.
He's like Disney's retainer director.
Yeah, and he's
I
getting big on it.
hate all those live action movies they're doing now.
Yeah.
They're so annoying.
I watched The Jungle Book, didn't care for it.
Yeah, I didn't
No,
like
if
it.
you're gonna do it, at least change it up a little bit. I've already
No,
seen
they-
the movie. I don't need to see it again.
Yeah.
But they're doing it for the kids because the kids can't watch our stuff anymore because our stuff
That being
is
said,
old.
there is one I'm interested in, and that is Mulan. That actually looks kind of cool. Have you seen the preview of that?
Yeah, that's another one they
Yeah.
postponed. It was supposed to come
Yeah.
out this summer, and they postponed it to the fall.
Well, it's not really CGI. It's just, it looks like an action fantasy movie. It looks pretty good. But I don't think John Favreau had his hands on that. Yeah, his are just corny. And I did not see Aladdin. I know my kids.
Me neither.
Aladdin
Once
did
I heard
good.
Will Smith was the genie, I was like, nope, done.
He
I'm
actually
out.
wasn't that bad.
No, he was good at the genie. He made a perfect genie.
Yeah, he kind of
did.
like saved the movie, honestly.
Yeah, he was the name that actually did it, and he pulled his cards that he does. And I mean, I remember when I first saw him in Independence Day, his first big movie, and I was like, Will Smith, he's not. But he gets to go he gets to go vacation on private yacht, so I guess he's doing something there.
And he's a Scientologist.
Well, they all are. I think you have to be part of that group to get the big movies.
Oh
I
man,
swear.
their
I swear I
headquarters
think
is
that's
like
the thing.
right down the street. from
Yeah,
me.
I've been by it several
Oh, I
times.
have.
My parents live in Tampa, so
Okay. Yeah, they just like they
And
won't
I-
even look at you when you walk by them. They're
I
like
believe that.
robots, just blinders on.
I took the Scientology test once when I was in New
Really?
York. And didn't
you
realize
hold
that's
the
what it
can?
was. And I was drunk. Yeah, they were like, "Feel this," and they were like, "Oh, come to us." I'm like, "You don't want me? I'll change your whole game up, bitch."
I don't want these hands.
I was like, "Yeah." She was like,
Oh, it's
she was
funny.
like, "Oh, excuse me, sir. I think you wanna." I was
You
like,
overloaded
"I'll
our
take your
e-meter.
Let's go." I was like, "Let's go. You want to do shots?" And she didn't want to do shots.
So who's next?
No, I'll go. Yeah, I was gonna say the Spider-Verse. Saw that a while ago. Was blown away. I was always a fan of the Punisher comics, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
buddy.
say Punisher Warzone.
Okay, I
was
didn't see that
like,
one. I
was
saw the
not
Tom Jane one.
Did you see
like
the Punisher with Dolph Lundgren? That came out in
Yeah.
like '88.
oh yeah
Yeah,
yeah
that was horrible.
yeah and like
Yeah.
and like that one and the Tom Jane one, it's like I wanted to like them, you know.
I know,
But
right?
yeah, and I mean, I will watch any movie with like John Travolta or Nicolas Cage in it just because they suck and it's awesome, and they're awesome. I mean, Nicolas Cage is awesome too,
Oh,
I love
but
him.
he makes a lot of bad. He's awesome in a lot of bad movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
so many bad movies.
What movie are you talking
He's
about
always,
now?
he's always awesome.
Any Nick
All
Cage
of
movie.
All of them, anything he's done. But I digress. No, but I thought, I mean, like Warzone wasn't like a great movie, but I just thought it was like totally solid. You know, like
Gotcha.
they stuck to a lot of the source material really well. It was really faithful to a lot of the comic book stuff, and it's just like they didn't screw it up. You know, for a long time before Marvel started knocking them out of the park with movies, like the most you could hope for a super movie is that just they didn't totally ruin it. You know, like
it's true.
Does
my God,
anybody
like
remember
Daredevil.
those? Like, yeah, Marvel was making movies, but they'd have some like studio executive be like, "Okay, we can't put them in the costume because the costume's too comic booky." So there was like a Daredevil movie where he was just all in black, like a ninja. There was a Thor movie where he was dressed like Conan. You know, it was like they wouldn't even do the costume. So yeah, Warzone I thought was a decent movie. It was pretty cool if you're just in for like a action movie.
Nice.
Oh wow!
No,
It's not the movie, but I just saw the series for The Watchmen, and I really like that.
I enjoyed that.
The movie was almost a good movie, but they changed the ending.
And
You know,
just
like it was
like any
the
Zack
movie. I
Snyder
thought
movie,
was
way
it
too
was so
much
close
slow-mo.
to being a good movie, but it just wasn't.
Watchmen. I didn't care for Watchmen.
It was a good
But-
idea.
Like I already saw The Matrix.
No,
book is
but let me
amazing.
tell you something about the Watchmen. Yeah,
But
I have
the show,
yeah.
the series is excellent. I
Mhm.
Yeah.
loved the series.
I enjoyed
But
it.
the thing about Watchmen is, and you can find it on YouTube. There's on YouTube someone
The motion comic?
Yes, that's what the word I was
Yeah.
looking for.
Mhm.
I've seen that, and they have an entire cast for the motion comic, and they also did the same for the Killing Joke.
Yeah.
The Killing Joke was great, and when they finally made the cartoon
watched
The Killing Joke, I didn't like it as much as I liked the movie comic.
Well, no, because there was that whole stupid Barbara and Bruce Wayne love story just tacked onto the beginning for no fucking reason.
Well,
That
it's
was
not only
terrible.
that. In The Killing Joke, Batman snaps the Joker's neck in the end of it, or chokes him to death. But in the movie, it's I think it just. Or which
Well,
way
it's
is
still
it?
kind of
Which way is it?
nebulous. Like they just go to like the panel of the puddle that's on the ground.
I have the
there.
book right over there.
So
should
do
get-
I. Yeah, I've got it outside.
But they changed the ending out. Like the Joker dies in one, but he doesn't in the other. And I think in the comic book he does kill him, and in the movie it just they kind of leave it open to interpretation. Like fuck that, kill the Joker.
Well, listen. Speaking of Joker craziness, what about that? The movie we were talking about before.
I saw
where they cut his parts out.
Did anyone see the Dark Knight?
What was it?
Which one?
The Dark Knight, just itself.
Yeah, I think we all probably seen the Dark Knight.
Oh,
the first one.
Or did you say the Dark Knight Returns?
Hey Tom,
No, I was talking about the
Heath Ledger one.
Hello. No, the animated Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
they did.
that's on my list.
Well, there were two of them.
Yeah, that
right because
that was
part
that
one
was
and two
good.
books.
But I had
They're great. Bane was in it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No.
The thing
No,
is,
Bane's not in that.
well, no. This is the Dark Knight Returns when it's like middle-aged Batman comes out of retirement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's great.
wasn't
I
Bane-
love
And
it.
it's like set in the future.
Bane's
One
in
of my
it.
one
Bane
of my that would be in my top Rushmore for comic books. That's like one of definitely one of the
I've
top
read that
five
so
all
many
time.
times.
But like,
I love it.
but the thing I had about the animated version that they did was that they took out
His inner monologue.
the monologue.
That drove
Yes,
me
which
nuts.
I was like I couldn't. I don't know if I'm sure I finished it, but I totally didn't care because I was like that was just that
That's the
gritty
best
film
part of it.
noir. You know, yeah,
This would
like
be a good death, but not
hard-boiled
good
detective
enough.
monologue. Yeah. I'm like, they needed the Batman voice doing that throughout the entire thing, and I
And
was
they
like,
got
how?
RoboCop to
Who
do
let that
Batman.
slip?
Like,
Oh yeah. Oh, is
which he did
RoboCop?
great.
I'm gonna throw into one of my Mount Rushmore of superhero movies. He's a superhero. The
There you
RoboCop
go.
movies are so good. Well, the first
They
one.
were good.
The first one.
I like
yeah.
them.
Unknown caller. You ain't got it like me. You just mad 'cause I tell her how it is and you tell her how it might be. This is not tight.
Who are we
Victory.
jamming out? What was that?
Victory, right?
Musical interlude.
Yeah. So it doesn't look like Guy joined us. He couldn't figure out how to get on.
No.
But John, did you go Mount Rushmore?
No, I'll just bust through mine real quick. First one I've got is the original Ninja Turtles movie. I love that movie.
Yes.
It has aged very well, actually. I watched it kind of recently. The Dark Knight Returns was one that I had down that Tom and I were just talking about because I absolutely love that comic book, but the movie was just, if you can
They got
listen
the
to it
art
with
right.
his yeah, exactly. And knowing all his inner monologues, I've read it so many goddamn times. Like,
Yeah,
that
same here.
helps.
Same here. I was filling it in my head. I'm like, oh, this
Yeah.
is the bit when he says this.
I used to be able to climb this without using my legs. Spider-Man 2, actually. I love the Raimi trilogy. And not so much 3. But so Spider-Man
Tobey
2.
Maguire.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
all things Sam Raimi.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna
no
go
doubt.
Dark Man. I'm gonna put that on a. He's a superhero, right?
That's a
Dark
Raimi
Man.
movie, yeah. And then my last one actually was V for Vendetta, which the end of it is completely different from the book, but I still really enjoyed it. And
I've actually never seen it.
It's worth watching. I like the book a lot,
yeah.
of course.
It's a very the book is definitely better than the movie, but the movie is. It's a little over the top, but it's super entertaining.
It's about as good as they could have done without including the acid trip story, I guess. But
yeah,
they conveniently left that part out of the movie.
Yeah, the story about the ship would have been tough to work.
Oh, and Watchmen, yeah,
yeah. It's like that was gone from there too.
Yeah.
Black Freighter.
All right,
yeah,
gentlemen.
That's my 4.
Good job. I'm gonna have to get the hell out of here. It's still a work day for me, and took a long extended lunch. Yeah, no kidding, right? But I only have to go that far for work. I just go like that, and I'm at work like that, and I'll be at work. So
commute.
Deuces, guys, and I will see you on Saturday.
All right, man. Take care,
All right,
guys.
All right, take care.
Saturday. Have a good one.